500 roads already in the state, and more than 200 kilometers of more than 500 kilometers of road in the state, and then more than 200 kilometers of federal roads. You know, so I have never seen. I've been at federal level now. I'm trying to look at which state of the federation is even close to us. Not even done. It's even close. There's none.
Are you serious?
There's none.
No state in Nigeria now that is even close to what God's will have has done.
There's none. There's none. What is happening in Lagos State is doing a great job, you know. But you realize that
it's urban. It's just Lagos City itself.
Urban is trying to open up, but this is taking development from the basics.
From the rural areas,
from the basics, from the rural areas into creating into town.
Sure.
And he has said that before he leaves in the 8th year, that Akwa Ibom State were known for being 8 cities, right? 6 cities. He wants to add 1 or 2 more.
He's serious.
Of course, when you open up the road network, what else? You know, and you have industries in those areas. You open up the area. So we'll have more connectivities of networks of roads.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So today I am at the center of it. We've talked to a lot of investors. You know, even for the airport.
Can I just ask you a quick question? How are you getting the diaspora into this? I mean, how can Akwa Ibom diasporans, businessmen out there in the United Kingdom and the USA, how can they be a part of what's happening?
We've put in a lot of effort, but we need to work together. I mean, you've done a great job. You've done a great job. What I read in the internet, you know, can be more than that. You really at the maximum. You know, you're doing well, but you need to sustain it.
That's right.
So we're just coming from a business forum. The first U.S. Nigeria business forum. Akwa Ibom State, we were the only state, you know, that were part of the Federal Ministry of Commerce and Industry, you know, with other trade organizations. You know, we were at Atlanta, we were in Houston, and we've been in Chicago. You know,
Akwa Ibom State.
No, Akwa Ibom State. We went there to talk to investors. You know,
when was this? When was this?
This was I just returned a week ago.
Okay.
You know, so I just returned a week ago.
When you go on this trip, sir, how do the diasporans, Akwa Ibom diasporans, know that you're coming, so that they can also bring their business partners and also be a part of this? And if you're going for another meeting, do you know when you're going to?
No, we don't. I don't know what. I don't know the next timing for another meeting. But in this particular trip, we met. I was there with the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. I was with the Chairman of Akipop, you know, the DG of Akipop, you know, myself, the Secretary to the State Government, you know, even the Governor at some point wanted to, if not that he was with Jonathan, he wanted to join us in one of the forums in Houston. You know, so
there's a lot of investment in terms of you starting to invite investors into the States, potential investment.
We're doing a lot of that, and once we do our presentations and everybody says, when can I come? And I said, it's right now, because we were just preparing for you to come in. You know, so we have the MRO for investors, we have the cargo facilities for investors at the airport, you know, and then we're looking at the Ibom Industrial City, you know, which in the next 1 month we should be on a complete investors tour. That one is separate program, you know.
What would that be?
I look at. I need to talk to the consultant. They've not come up with the finals, you know. But we'll be in Asia, we'll be in Europe, we'll be in US.
Wonderful.
You know, so, and that is for Akwa Ibom State. You know, investors are coming and develop this 14,400 hectares of land with a deep sea port that Nigeria never had.
Wow. So there's so much going on.
So much.
Now, here's one question I want to ask. Now, we know that for investment, especially within Nigeria, to flow in and out of Akwa Ibom State, we have to open the east. And many people have been talking about the Ikorogbene-Aba Road. And engineer, I want to ask you, is His Excellency going to do what he did to Itam. Is it what's the name? The Itam.
Etido.
Yes, Etido road.
Yeah.
Are we going to take the federal road between Ikorogbene and Aba Road, so that we can start the MRO, the airport, so that a lot of Igbos will be traveling through Uyo?
Yeah, it is his wish that he could have done that. When he came into office, he was the first governor, to start intervening on federal roads, and then other governors, joined him
in the south.
In the south, they joined him because almost everywhere was collapsed. And then someone at the federal level, now said, "No, governors, you need to slow down. This is the federal government responsibility." So because of that, they were stopped. It was all over the papers. So
you mean the federal government is actually stopping state governments from intervening?
Yes. If not, that would have been done. And
can you imagine this?
Actually collapsed. That the Aba Road was collapsed. The senators, in Akwa Ibom State, led by Effiong Bob, took the cameras to the streets and showed it at national television. Aba Road was completely collapsed, and this is one of the major commercial roads for the people of Akwa Ibom State. So he would have fixed that long time ago. But because of that, now he brought the Minister of Roads and Transport, Minister of Works, to look at it. He showed him all over this thing that road had collapsed, and the minister went back and said, "Yeah, we need to do something about it." But before long, that minister has been moved. So there's a plan to invite the new minister to Akwa Ibom State, to take a look, because that's one road that we need to intervene immediately.
I am gobsmacked to hear that the federal government would actually stop a state governor from intervening in a federal road that we need for our prosperity.
Yeah. And he said, I don't mind whenever you want to pay back, because you need to pay back, but I need to do this road. He said, no, you have to hold on. There's an embargo on state governors intervening on federal roads. Yes, it's true.
Engineer Etido, with your position now within the federal circle, is there something you can do? I mean, because I know that federal roads are in the exclusive list or something.
Yeah.
Do you see a policy coming out that, please, states intervene in federal roads and let's get this country moving?
I don't see that, but I see what the advantage of my being there will be to persuade.
Okay.
Will be to persuade the minister, to come have it.
Please,
because the federal government is for everybody.
Yes.
So if you are intervening somewhere else, you should intervene here.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's a major issue.
Sure.
Yeah.
Final question, because I know you're a very busy man. This is completely outside what you're doing. Someone mentioned to me that you're the head of an organization called Etido Inyang.
Yeah. And
I just want to know when you started it, what's the vision, and how it's going to help Akwa Ibom, because there are so many Anan sons and daughters out there in the US and in the UK and in the world, and I'm sure they'd like to hear, because there's been a lot of talk about Etido Inyang on the internet. I want to know what it's about.
Yeah, Etido Inyang is the foremost sociocultural group, in Akwa Ibom State for the people of Anambra. We started about 1990, when we were young engineers and young workers.
Oh, so it didn't just start? Etido Inyang didn't just start?
No, it didn't just start.
Oh, it's been
1990 in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
We had the likes of Engr, myself, Camilo Zetogudo, Patrick, we just a small visionary professionals. We came together, and basically it was we looked at the vision and said, look, we are backward. We need to give a hand to our little ones. We need to give them counseling. We need to give them scholarships. You know, we need to encourage them so that in future we will have a formidable front. You know, to have for the propagation of land, culture and all of that. And even His Excellency